Danny, for his part, didn't back down. Cornered by reporters outside his home the following day, he shrugged off the controversy. "I said what I said. If you invite me on, don't expect me to be a puppet." His words fueled the fire further. Fans admired his defiance, seeing it as a rare moment of honesty in an industry that often demanded compliance. Steven, meanwhile, addressed it in his monologue the following night, attempting to reframe it with humor. "Last night, Danny DeVito stormed off my set. On the plus side, now I finally know what it's like to get kicked out of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia." The audience roared, but critics weren't convinced. Many argued it was a thin veil over embarrassment, a joke meant to soften the blow of a rare on-air defeat. The feud escalated as other celebrities weighed in. Some praised Danny for keeping it real, while others defended Steven as simply doing his job. Talk shows debated the clash as if it were a political scandal. Commentators suggested Danny's outburst reflected broader frustrations in Hollywood, actors tired of being cornered into viral sound bites rather than being given space to speak genuinely. The clash had evolved beyond two men trading barbs. It was now a cultural flashpoint, sparking debates about media authenticity, the purpose of comedy, and the dangers of turning every conversation into entertainment fodder. Danny remained unapologetic, though he showed flashes of humor in his defiance. During an impromptu radio interview, he said, "Look, Colbert's a funny guy, but he thinks every interview is about scoring points. I've been in this business half a century. I don't need to play second fiddle in someone else's comedy routine." Listeners flooded the station, some cheering him for his candor, others accusing him of being overly sensitive. Danny balanced, his sharper words with self-deprecating humor, cracking jokes in between, which only deepened public fascination. People couldn't decide if he was being combative, endearing, or both at once. Steven, on the other hand, appeared unusually subdued in the days that followed. During a behind-the-scenes podcast, he admitted, "I pushed harder than I should have. Danny's a legend, and maybe I forgot the difference between roasting and respecting." Some praised him for his honesty, while others dismissed it as damage control. The clip went viral, dissected frame by frame for sincerity. For a man who prided himself on controlling the narrative, Steven suddenly seemed vulnerable, and that vulnerability only fueled curiosity. Sensing the ratings potential, CBS, producers quietly reached out to Danny's team about a possible reunion episode. The idea was risky but tantalizing. What if the two men faced off again live in front of America? When reporters caught wind, speculation soared. Fans flooded social media with hashtags like Round 2 and Makeup or Breakup, posting mock boxing. Posters featuring Steven and Danny as opponents. The public treated it less like a celebrity spat and more like serialized television. Danny, however, wasn't quick to reconcile. In a TMZ clip, he grinned and quipped, "If Colbert wants me back, he better bring cannolis and an apology." The line softened his harder stance, but didn't erase the lingering tension. Behind the humor, his representatives were cautious. They worried about a repeat ambush, another viral moment that could overshadow him. Trust was the issue. Could Steven give him a genuine platform without turning it into a punchline? Meanwhile, celebrities continued to weigh in. George Clooney praised the clash as a masterclass in unscripted television. Whoopi Goldberg on The View defended Danny, saying, "You don't mess with DeVito. He's real. That's why people love him." Joy Behar chimed in with her own support. The commentary only widened the divide, each new opinion fueling further debate. Some saw Danny as a rebel, others saw him as overly sensitive, but either way, the conversation refused to die. On a red carpet, weeks later, Danny leaned into his raspy humor again. "Hey, I'm 79 years old. If I want to storm off a stage, I'll storm off a stage. I've earned it." Reporters laughed, but his tone carried weight. He wasn't embarrassed, nor was he seeking forgiveness. For him, the walk-off had become less about the moment itself and more about the principle of self-respect. Stephen, watching from afar, reportedly felt torn. Part of him admired Danny's unfiltered nature, while another part bristled at being painted as the antagonist. Inside CBS, executives debated their strategy. Should they push for a reconciliation episode, hoping to capitalize on the buzz, or let the feud simmer to maintain intrigue? Television thrives on drama, and this was the kind of unscripted drama money couldn't buy. But there was risk. If the reunion went poorly, Stephen could be cemented as the villain, his brand of satirical moral authority compromised. If it went well, both men could emerge as legends of a new kind of late-night television, one that blurred the line between performance and reality. As the weeks turned into months, the incident remained lodged in the cultural conversation. Social media feeds continued recycling clips, memes, and hot takes. For Stephen, it was both a challenge and a strange gift, proof that even uncomfortable moments could fuel his show's relevance. For Danny, it reinforced his reputation as unpredictable, fiery, and utterly unwilling to conform. Together, they had created a moment that transcended late-night television, one that reminded audiences that live TV still had the power to shock, divide, and captivate. Whether the world ever saw a reconciliation or not, the confrontation became more than just a viral spat. It was remembered as a night when the facade of banter cracked, when authenticity, messy, uncomfortable, and electric, burst through the screen. For better or worse, Danny DeVito's storm-off ensured that neither he nor Stephen Colbert would ever be seen the same way again.